I know they make people sing the national anthem before sporting events, but have they ever invited anybody to hum the national anthem? Because I think I would kill it. I think I would just do such an amazing job humming. They'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, now humming the national anthem. Here's Anthony. And I think everybody would be like humming. And then by the end of it, tears. I think I would bring down the house in tears. You think that's why I haven't been invited to do it yet? Because the teams would be unable to compete after they came across the brilliance of what would be my humming performance? Something to look into. Basically, what I'm trying to say is thanks to all the veterans out there for proudly serving our country. Veterans Day today. I hope if you are a veteran, you were thanked. And I hope you got a free donut and perhaps anywhere from 10 to 40% off your favorite items. Because that seems to be, I don't know what happened to our country, but we're like, thanks for sacrificing your life. Here's a free glazed on us. Which again, I'm not a courageous man, but I do like being thanked with a donut. I'm not going to lie to you. I would imagine real soldiers want to be thanked in different ways. Maybe just the thank you is okay. But for me, as far as boom, glazed donut goes, that's the biggest thanks you could give me. That's really it. So again, to all the veterans out there, thank you. Because if it wasn't for wonderful people like you, idiots like me couldn't make a living doing this. So I am forever grateful to you. We've got a jam-packed show. Oh my God, look at the topics. Diddy, is he continuing the freak offs in prison? We've got some pretty crazy stuff coming out of that detention center in New York City over here. So we'll get into that. These crazy rumors about The Rock confirmed, admitted to it, got it nailed. I'll share with you what it is. Megan Fox pregnant at 38. Seems crazy to me. She lost the baby. Now she's pregnant. So I'm happy for her. But at the same time, when you know somebody who does something nuts and you're like, I could not do that. It's like when your 40-year-old friend turns to you and goes, I'm going to run a triathlon. And you're like, you're not going to make it. I know this sounds like a good idea now, but I don't know if this is going to, having a kid at 38 seems like a mistake. And I know that because I had a kid at 33 and 35 and both were mistakes. Don't tell my kid. Chris Matthews out at CNN. That's breaking news. We'll discuss what he plans on doing. Did you know that there was a Rockefeller Tree Guy? There's a guy for that. It's New York. Obviously, there's a guy for everything, but Rockefeller Tree is getting set up as we speak, and there's a guy for it. So we'll share that story with you. The Taylor Swift tickets are out of control and ridiculous. HBO is dropping some major first looks. If you're a fan of The Last of Us, if you're a fan of White Lotus, if you're a fan of oh my goodness, Sex in the City, if you're a fan of the one where the dragons fight each other. What was that one called? It was a big deal. Lots of sex and dragons and all sorts of the whole. I can't remember the name of it, but that there's going to be a lot of that too. And there's a wicked controversy that involves porn. So, man, this is we're all over it. Game of Thrones. Of course, as soon as the intro hit, I knew I would think of it. It was Game of Thrones. Couldn't get to it. Could not make it happen. Frankie C. still on vacation. And some news. We're planning on taking a long vacation that actually might be getting cut short. So there might be some more shows than we had planned on doing in the month of November, or Brovember, as I'm calling it. So stay tuned for that news. Oh my goodness, Erin C. is joining us. Speaking of vacation, look at her. Her profile picture looks like she's getting a lot of color. I don't know if it's changed or not, or if it's just reacting to her, happiness over there on her vacation. But her profile picture looks like she's getting the rest that she needs, which is great. What I'd really love to do is get her a real vacation, get her away from that Frankie C, so she could really relax and enjoy herself. But, listen, small steps, baby steps out of the office. Great Hummer Ant. Did I say Hummer? Oh, because I was humming at the beginning of the show. That happened 6.5 minutes ago. I already forgot about it. Thanks, Aaron C. Appreciate it. You're missed, and that's it. Just you. You're missed. I guess your husband too. All right, let's jump into. Damn it, we're jumping and diving again. First topic. this is a little crazy because we were chasing a really big Diddy story that turned out not to be true. Wasted 4.5 hours of my life, but that's okay. What we will tell you about is the security, the prison where Diddy is at. All of a sudden, this came out. Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, right? We talked about this place famously being a bad place, obviously, where Jeffrey Epstein was Jeffrey Epstein. Sam Bankman-Fried is, I believe, there now. Who's the other guy who whizzed on everybody? Pedophile rapper. What's his name? I believe I can fly. That guy. He was there. I think he got shipped out and got sent over to federal. Anyway, they're talking about it. And one of the, I guess one of the mobsters that was in that prison at one point just did an interview with the Post. And again, this seems like a non-story, but kind of a big story. And so he's talking about the Manhattan Detention Center and the conditions in there and what it's like. And he says, he admitted this morning that there's an area of the prison where, especially where Diddy is, he happens to be in this same little area because there's the areas where, and I thought that Diddy was in the R. Kelly, thank you, Debbie, and Lindarella and Fly NY and everybody else who had R. Kelly, thank you. I originally thought Diddy was in the part of the prison where Epstein was, that he had his own cell and everything, and he was kept away from everybody. Now they're saying that he's in the more, dormitory room kind of an area, is what this latest report is. The prisons won't really comment on this, so it's all kind of, I guess, pure speculation for the time being. But anyway, this former mobster was talking about the prison, and he said there's an area in the dorm room area where if you lay down on the floor, you can peek down and look through the grates. I guess they're the ventilation, the heating and air conditioning, the grates, and you can see into the female prisoner area. And so that started a bunch of speculation on, well, if he's in a dorm area with other people and he can see down to where the women, the females are, is he just continuing? Because again, this guy is known for just banging everybody, dudes, chicks. You would think you wouldn't want him in the Gen Pop. Again, I don't know if he's in Gen Pop, but he's in the dormitory area. He's gonna, I'd be worried he'd be banging somebody. You're not supposed to bang people in prison. It's a no bang area. Unless you get one of those consensual rooms, which I don't know how you get that. Is there an application process or something? I don't really know how it all works. Never been to prison, luckily. Still early though, right? We still got time, all of us, don't we? Anyway, so they talked to this mobster, and that's what he said. This was confirmed by a female gang member who used to be a former inmate there. Her name was G-Lock. G-Lock. She said that plenty of women are there. They know about the great area, and even not in other areas, they're willing to show everything, their chests, their goodies, all that kind of stuff. She said they're not supermodels there by any stretch of the imagination. Most of them are drug addicts and gross, but willing to do damn near anything. And so you start to put these things together, and you're kind of like, all right, he's in an area with all these people. He's got the women in there. He's obviously got power and influence. Is he running his own little inner prison freak off area party thing? If the cameras in the prison guards are stupid enough to let Epstein get Epstein, are they taking bribes or whatever, or missing out and letting these kinds of things go on and shit like that? I have no idea. But it seems like, and you tell me if I'm wrong here, let me know in the comments below, we're fumbling the way we're handling the Diddy situation, because him being in the dorm room area where he can see the drug addict girls flashing their hoodies doesn't seem like that's where we need to be with Diddy. Feels like we need to be solitary confinement, right? Away from the other people, celebrity, big deal. It's going to draw a lot of attention, a lot of issues, a lot of problems. Feels like he should be on one side and everybody else should be on the other. Paul, if you're going to write Diddy the musical, I will gladly exec produce, because I think that would be amazing. Just watching him in prison, getting all hopped up on baby oil and weird shit. That would be something else. Speaking of hopped up on baby oil, J Sabs is here. This is a big thrill for everybody. J Sabs, welcome.
Is that like a fake? Was that a clap?
It was a golf clap.
Oh, thank you.
How are you?
Monday. Lots going on. I see a lot of subjects. Too many subjects. Talk to you later. Gotta go.
I'm going to go through quickly. I have a bone to pick with you as well. We have.
No.
Our relationship is on the rocks. Don't you get that feeling?
Yeah, because all you do is continue to make fun of me.
No, that's not. I would never do that. Never. That doesn't sound like me. Where do you want to take your beating? When do you want to talk about your thing? Later on or now? Or
get it out of the way.
I feel like we should save it for a little bit.
Well, I don't know how long I'm going to be on because as soon as my husband gets out of the shower, I have to take one of those.
Okay.
It is Monday, so my once a week.
Got it. All right, people are going to have to wait to hear what the rock rumors are then. We got to get right over to this J-Sabs controversy.
Oh boy.
I'm hanging out, doing my thing, raising my children, being father of the year, entertaining them, if you will. And Cuddles goes lots of chatter in the girl chat today. And I go, what's going on? Trying to plan Christmas dinner, Christmas dinner, Friendsmas.
Mm-hmm.
Every year for the last, I don't know, feels like 46 years, and I'm only 42. We've had a Christmas party. I think I don't know if we publicly embarrassed the the C's, sorry, the Frank and Aaron for this last year. I feel like we did. Or the year before, I can't remember.
It was the year before.
Okay, whoever doesn't show up, I usually try and embarrass them publicly. I call them out on it. I tell them that they're horrible friends. I say really awful things to them. Fast forward to this year, and now I get and here's the quickest way to aggravate me. Let's celebrate the Christmas thing after Christmas. I don't want to celebrate after Christmas.
Oh.
I don't want to do that. To me, the lead up to the day is part of the fun. Everything that happens afterwards is different. So I get the message that the girls are planning and plotting friend Christmas dinner after Christmas.
Right.
So I go, this shall not stand. And Bird, you're more than welcome to come over for Christmas. Believe me, if we had money in the budget, I'd fly a majority of the live chat into New York to celebrate Christmas. Because you know what? I feel the live chat wants to be with me, at least during the holidays.
No,
whereas my friends are a different story. So I go, well, who's saying what? And so Cuddles starts to lay it all out to me and then tells me, because I say, there's 3 Saturdays in December before Christmas. There's 3 of them. There's 3 weekends. Well, there's even Sundays. We could even, there's options here. I go, who's given the hard time? So she says, one person who shall remain nameless. And then she goes, oh, Janine's got something on the 14th and the 21st. I go, when? How?
Did you feel immediately like I stuck the knife in your back then? Or
I thought you were doing it intentionally. Like I thought this is what I pictured. You're at a Halloween party with your new friends from your kid's school. And you're like, is anybody doing anything on the 21st of December? Because I would love to put something together.
No, I'm not Frank and Aaron.
Just to fuck over my friend Anthony and piss him off. That's what I think.
I have to say.
Yeah.
And you might be surprised at this. We don't really have new friends at the school we don't. I don't want to say anymore. We don't have them yet.
Who were those people that I ran into when I was 15 minutes away from my house at Dave & Buster's, and we ran into you guys and it was like an embarrassing.
Oh,
it felt like somebody was cheating on. It felt like I ran into a girlfriend who was at an event with another man.
I have to say it's probably even more embarrassing because the kids do not go to the same school. They went to preschool together. So that's not school friends, unfortunately. No. Thing is, my kids don't play sports. They don't do anything except dance. So
that hurts so much.
It
You know
does.
what?
Honestly, I have to be honest with you. I am upset that I have not found new friends, new school friends.
Me too. I was
But I
hoping
will
we
say
could
I
end.
am very what's the word? I am very
Hopeful, capable,
no, like not
optimistic.
I'm true to my old friends. Like they're my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, dog. That's how I
Like
feel.
you guys, I don't know about you. Um I wanted to see if you would get that quick.
No, I have to be honest with you. I feel like me and you cuddles. I feel like we're the only ones that are holding it down, like with the loyalty factor.
Dad, that's the word, loyal. I'm very loyal to my old friends. Very loyal.
Thanks. I came up with it myself. Nobody helped me at all in the live chat. Just
Linderella. I am very loyal to my old friends. And I will say this, if new people ask me to do things, I feel a little bit weird.
you
Is
should.
that weird?
Yeah, no, you should. You should. You should.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was 1 year, says Aaron. 1 year is all it takes.
I think it was like a year and a half.
I'll never remember the year, but I'll never forget it, if that makes any sense. And by the way, you could all trick me into being like, no, we were there. Like that should have been the move. Aaron should have been like, no, we made it. Remember? I would have been like,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go out on a limb and say it was a COVID year because she probably was like, "Oh, we're not doing it because of COVID," and then hung out with her block friends.
Maybe.
What do you think is worse, having block friends, like neighbor friends, or
Say that
school
clearly.
friends?
Just want to make sure everybody heard block. Or what school? Oh, what's worse? Oh, what we mean? What hurts more?
Yeah,
Oh, good question. Good question.
I have to say neighbor friends probably hurt more.
You think that hurts more?
Yeah, definitely.
Why do you say that?
Because okay, this is gonna sound kind of mean.
Oh, I can't wait.
I feel like neighbor friends could be a bit forced because I feel like you live next to them. So if they ask you to do something or you ask them to do something, you kind of have to do it because they could see if your car is home or not. Do you know what I mean? Like they
Uh-huh.
know when you're home. They see you when you're sleeping. They know when you're awake. They know if you've been bad or good.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
So you're saying because they're around, like that's worse?
Yeah.
That's more.
Yeah, because I feel like it's forced and a bit, I don't want to say fake, but like, I don't know.
Well, I see. I think of it as there's nothing binding you together other than you live next to each other. So if you're friends with those people, it's worse for your original friends.
Right.
Whereas when your school friends, it's like, well, we have to go to the football game. We have to go to,
Right.
cheerleading practice. We have to
That's why
be there.
that's why I feel like it's worse.
It's more voluntary. I hear what you're saying. I know this. All I know is this. When I first ran into you and your husband at the Dave and Buster's, I saw your husband laugh at something the guy said. And I just thought to myself, he's never laughed that hard at anything I've ever said. And it's a pain. I just see him laughing and the joy on his face. I'll never get over it. I wish this was material, but that's 100% true.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm like, what are they laughing at? What is he saying? That's so funny. It's so much more funny than anything I've ever said. It was very hurtful.
No, I will say this December is tough, and I don't like that it's on a Wednesday this year. I feel like that just puts an extra spin on things. I don't know how to describe it.
You don't, because I'm not following.
I'm a little upset with myself that I didn't ask a little bit earlier to see about the Christmas party. And I meant to, but I had two other things on my mind that I needed to take care of, plus the walk. So I'm like, I should ask about the Christmas dinner. We got to get this going.
Yeah, that's an October conversation. We're having it now on Veterans Day, which, first of all, not one of you thanked a veteran in that
Hmm.
girl chat. I noticed that when you started it. There was no mention of veterans. So
Right.
maybe a pro-communist discussion. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I sent a picture of my tits to my favorite veteran.
Oh, that's...
And then while singing, I also videoed myself topless singing, "I'm proud to be an American."
Did you change the line to where at least my tits are free? Did you change
Yes.
the... Okay, good. Well, that's response good. Now I can get behind that then.
And then I said, "I'll proudly stand up," and then I stood up.
A little higher? Did you get up a little higher so they would bounce a little bit for the veteran? Yeah, okay.
Right.
Good. Wait, listen, I think you covered all the bases. I think you did a good job.
My favorite veteran.
Do I know who that is? Is it a father?
You know who it
Okay,
is,
all right.
yeah.
I'm just checking. Just making sure. Okay, all right. Good. Listen, good. At least I'm happy you didn't say it was my dad, because that would have been a whole nother thing. That would have been a lot of issues to deal with.
Actually, let's see if he responded back to me.
So anyway, so there was a lot of talk, and I snatched the phone out of my wife's hand, and I said, "Get back in the kitchen while I message these women and give them a talking to." And I forgot what I wrote, but I asked Janine when she got that invitation, and I said, because our friend invitation has been around for 22 years or something. I don't know. I said something.
I knew it was you.
But I had to pick on you because I can't pick on the other ones,
I know.
Libs. They can't take it.
I guess because I'm the only one who can take it.
You can spar, you can box, you can throw punches back. I feel better, joking around with you. So I don't know where we've left off, but I meant every word I said.
Thank you.
There's 3 weekends in December. If you always have a standing dinner with your friends at Christmas time, one of those whenever an invitation comes across, oh, come on the 21st, we'll have it. Oh, can't do it. Sorry. Probably going to do Friendsmas that night. That's going to be the whole thing. So
I should have said that.
Yeah. Well, you were honest. You were like, I could probably I don't know what
Yeah.
you said. Oh, you did say you could probably blow it off.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing you did say, okay. I don't know if I was just.
I mean, you weren't supposed to say that out loud, but okay.
Sorry. I tried to stop it, and it was already halfway out, and you agreed to it. So
it's okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is there any progress or movement? Because I know this is a big deal on the abandonment of Ant. I think everybody's very interested in seeing me lose every last one of my friends. So do we make any progress? Is anybody talking about pre-Christmas days, or no? We're still...
No, I didn't get a response really yet.
Because I'll say this too, and I don't care if it is pathetic of me.
Oh God.
There's a lot of stuff that you have to... Life is filled with things that you have to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's too much of it. And it's very rare you get a have to do or a tradition or something that you do truly enjoy. And the friends gathering for Christmas is usually in that crazy, you're getting gifts and do I have the food and it's in all the insanity, but it's like this little oasis in that time period where you can go, this is just for us. We're pushing everything aside. We're going to have some cocktails and some food, and we're going to bullshit and talk, and it's going to be just for us.
Oh,
it's the truth. And here's the other part of this too. I think I want to turn it on its side, not do dinner. I think we should do cocktails. I think we should do like that paint night thing. And then I think we should just do like little bites or whatever afterwards.
Gay. No, I'm just kidding.
There's nothing wrong with a man suggesting a paint night. Okay, first of all. Second of all, the downside to dinners.
I know, it's one side. That's it.
Yeah, and then you don't get to talk to the other people. It's just the people that are like right next to you. And so I feel like if we did one of those painting things and then just did drinks or like little bites or whatever, it would be like a real fun, different activity. And plus we'd all have a Christmas painting at the end of the night. That would be nice.
The thing is, it's hard to find a place where you could get cocktails in little bites. Actually, no, I'm thinking I have a perfect place.
I'm sure you do.
I just thought of it.
Yeah, there's plenty of painting places and pink cocaine. Thanks, Paul. Let's not forget the pink cocaine.
I'm going to send it to you right now.
We got pink cocaine because we got to do that this year. That's got to be a part of it. Rhoda, what will you do with the paintings? Move them from room to room for the next 6 years until we finally throw them out? That's what I think.
Let me write you a message. Liberal pussy number 2. Here you go.
If you at liberal pussy on your phone, will it text me? Is that how? Do you have it set that way?
No, that's Frank.
If we do hatchet throwing, Paul, somebody will be dead. I don't know where that is. Is that a restaurant or a bar?
Hold on. Oh, it's a bar. It's like a speakeasy.
Let me tell you something. Why do we love speakeasy? So I would love to go to a fucking speakeasy. I don't want to go to a bar. I want to go to a bar that's hard to find and has a weird entrance. Why is that?
That's what she said.
It's so much more exciting. It's like, can I not find this place and it's $7 more for a cocktail here than it is next door? That's where I want to be. I want to be at the speakeasy. You know?
Mm-hmm. Hold on 1 minute. I'm being cold. Hold on.
Okay. All right. This is just, listen, this is an insight into the Friends world here. Obviously, as you can see, Frankie C and Aaron C stabbed us in the back 1 year. Never forgotten. Mm-hmm. Now it seems like everybody else wants to stab us in the back this year, and we're trying to hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Everybody, especially J Sibs.
Yeah. Well, I think you'll come around, but I don't have a lot of faith in the rest of them. I think it's a little... And plus, and nobody is thinking about our now out-of-state friends, you know, who have to travel in. They're not going to be... That's a weekend kind of thing. They might not be able to do that during the week in between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know if they're off from their jobs.
I know it's tough. Let's see, this is what happens when you move away. Yeah,
but then everybody's like, well, fuck those people. They both, well, we could still try and make it work on the weekend and make sure that they're there. Nobody seems to give a shit. For a group of really nice people, it could get really cutthroat sometimes and be like, well, I can only make it this time, so we're doing it this time. Mm. Well, I don't know. I'm going to continue to be difficult, as I usually am with these situations, and give everybody a hard time. We'll see what happens. You got anything else for this?
No, I'm sorry. Erin was messaging me, so I was responding back to her. But it's kind of hard to read and then talk to you at the same time.
Is it an apology for blowing us off that 1 year? They're not even here to defend themselves. They have spotty Wi-Fi on a cruise. I mean, this is unfair, really.
How many threesomes do you think that they've been involved in yet? So far.
With other people or just cuck chairs in the room?
Other people.
Because I heard a rumor that Frank drank so much he had sex with the chair and thought it was Aaron the entire time.
Probably.
Yeah. He was hammered. Wicked hammered, as they say in Boston. Yeah. No, I haven't heard. And aside from what Aaron just put in the chat, I have not heard from them in a long time. Thanks, Fly NY.
Oh, really?
Gifting those memberships. You're always such a sweetheart with that. Thank you, Fly NY.
This is still so fucking hot. I just don't get it.
Don't leave, Aaron. Aaron, what time? I think it's like 4:00 in the morning where Aaron is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Time is it? Yeah, I think it's like 4:00 in the morning. Either Aaron's up for the sunrise or she's having one hell of a fuck at night. I'll tell you what. There's only one way you can get me to see 4:00 in the morning these days, and that's at a casino. I just don't think there's anything else that could keep me awake.
I agree. Oh.
Unless I'm gambling my children's college fund and you're pumping just pure oxygen into the room, there's no way I'm staying up until 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, no, I don't even know. Right? I can't. Nope.
Nothing. Movies. I'll tell you what. You know what I've found? I am loving falling asleep on the couch lately. I don't know what it is. I used to hate falling asleep on the couch and having to get up and go upstairs, and now I'm like falling asleep on the couch and loving life. I can't get enough of it.
I keep doing that. As I'm yawning right now.
Yeah.
I keep doing that. Yep.
Hold on, the cuck
Rabbit
chair
hole.
is actually talking now. This is amazing. I'm here. Oh no, that was Aaron. Sorry. Aaron, I'm just trying to fill you in on all the Anthony humor that you're missing by being on an international, trip of a lifetime. 3 a.m.
But no. You stay up late.
Yeah. Especially after the show, it's tough to come down from this.
Yeah, you stay up late.
Well, ever since I went to LNG, I got fucked up when I started doing that stupid late shift that I should have never done. I've been a mess with the sleep. Because before that, when I was doing mornings, I was always in bed by like 10, 11 o'clock. I was great. And I was up early and I was loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Aaron, come back. You're missed. We missed game night. That's very true. Mercury. Truer words never spoken. Cuddles, in case you're curious, I did publicly embarrass J-Sabs and our friends with the whole deterioration of the
our friendship's over.
The friendships are over. Yeah. There's no progress on that. Nobody's like, oh, Ant's right. We should all keep it together. We've been friends for 30 years.
Yeah.
No, they're like, no, we have our fucking Pinochle group is meeting for Christmas this year. We're going to go with them instead. It's like, great.
Pinochle.
It's great.
I love it.
All right. Anyway, let's go back into the topics here. The Rock rumors are true. This is pretty disgusting. A couple of weeks ago, a month ago, whatever, people were like, oh, The Rock is kind of an asshole. He shows up to sets late. He fucking pisses in bottles and everything. Like, what a crazy animal. Like, who would do such a thing? And then people came out and were like, this is the dumbest thing we've ever heard. No human being would piss in a bottle on a set. That would be embarrassing. Well, here's The Rock today in GQ magazine being like, yep, I've been pissing on bottles and I show up late. Sure.
Ew.
No big deal. Yeah.
Pissing on bottles. What a very strange thing.
It's a strange thing to do. It's an even stranger thing to tell people. It's an even stranger thing to tell people who have the publication of GQ magazine so that they'll print it. But yeah, they were talking about he's promoting Red One, the new Christmas movie he has coming up, which can't we leave Christmas alone? You know what I'm saying? There needs to be a council. Go ahead.
No, it looks good.
You like that idea?
Yeah, I like them. Yeah.
No. Unless we're saving a Christmas tree farm on the Hallmark Channel or, it's, Home Alone or something. I feel like there needs to be a council. I'm gonna pitch Trump on this one because I know he gave us Space Force. I want Christmas Movie Council, CMC, and we all meet and everybody has to pitch their Christmas movie ideas and we get to decide if we give the okay or not. Because the one a couple of years ago where, I don't know, Santa Claus was like a murderer or something, some fucking stupid shit. And now all of a sudden Santa Claus is the guy from Oz, the Nazi from Oz, and The Rock has to save him along with Captain America. Everybody's confused. Nobody knows what's going on. It seems crazy to me.
I like it.
All right. I'm a fan of, can we just have hot chocolate and a wonderful little romance and a will they, won't they? And then, we save the tree farm and then we all go home,
I guess so.
I mean, that's where I think we should be. But anyway, what do I know? The frequent tardiness on the set of Red One, which was reported earlier, was confirmed by The Rock earlier today. He confessed to GQ in a profile, I pee in a bottle while working. Yeah, that happens.
Okay.
When asked about the late part of the story, The Rock, who's 52 and clearly has, some issues.
What?
He clearly, what do you call that? He clearly has some prostate issues at 52. Said when they asked him about being late, he said, yeah, that happens too, but not that amount. By the way, that was a bananas amount. That was crazy ridiculous. He's talking about the amount of times they say he's late. So he's only late some of the times, acting like that's a good thing. But anyway, Jake Kasdan, who directed Red One, told GQ that Johnson never missed a day of work. He has a lot going on. He could be late sometimes, but such is Hollywood. So, but Kasdan's made 3 movies with The Rock, and he knows where his bread is buttered, so he ain't going to talk against The Rock whatsoever.
No.
I used to think The Rock was going to be president of the United States one day. Now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, not after this.
Yeah, this pissing in bottles thing, that's the kind of thing that'll haunt you. Kind of like stealing salads. It just never seems to go away.
I don't know who would do such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I am tired.
All right, why don't you go? We blew you out. I think we
wait.
read, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I just want to know. HBO drops first looks. First looks on what?
Oh, I love skipping topics. We don't have to go in order. There's no rules here. Love it. So HBO dropped a ton of first looks of what they have coming up in the next couple of months. You want the whole list?
Yep.
Love it. Okay, here we go. Max, HBO, always in my heart. Debuted the trailer for everything that they have coming up, or not everything, but a lot of what they have coming up in 2025. Footage teased the return of Deborah Vance and Carrie Bradshaw, The Peacemaker, a Game of Thrones prequel, and more. So here's everything. Here's the whole list. Let me see here. Who's Blackpink? Is that a show?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, Blackpink member Lisa welcomes the newest group of wealthy pleasure seekers, including Walton Goggins, Leslie Bibb, Carrie Coon, Jason Isaacs, Michelle Monaghan, and Parker Posey, to White Lotus. So the new season of White Lotus will have all of those actors in it. Yeah. Pretty good, right?
I love White Lotus.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. The Last of Us.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yep. Pedro Pascal, obviously. There's a little footage in there for The Last of Us. The Last of Us has, how many seasons of The Last of Us was there? 2?
Nope,
There's
just
2.
one.
Wait, 1 or 2? I thought there was 2. You're saying just 1?
2? Hold on. The last.
Because this says The Last of Us season 2. So maybe there was only one. I don't know why I thought there was 2 seasons out already as well. There's only been 1. Just 1. Yeah, why did we think that there was 2? That's a Mandela effect. I thought there was 2 as well. So we're getting The Last of Us season 2. That little sneak peek is in there. We'll tweet this out, by the way, so everybody can watch the stupid trailer. A Night of Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, is the prequel to Game of Thrones. So that got a little treatment. Just Like That, season 3, which is Carrie Bradshaw, obviously Sarah Jessica Parker, Cynthia Nixon is back, and Kristen Davis. They're all having a drink together in their little thing. The superhero TV show Peacemaker is in this.
No, it's not me.
The Pit, Task, The Righteous Gemstones, and The Gilded Age all getting new seasons. Is that not exciting enough?
No. No, I'm not excited at all right now.
Erin said that there's a new Christmas movie coming to Netflix called Hot Frosty.
That has to be fake.
No, I don't know if it was called Hot Frosty. I don't know if she's messing around with this, but there is a new movie coming.
It is. It's real.
Yeah. Nothing that has been coming to streaming, though, is exciting to me at all.
I know. We were like looking for something again to watch because, again, we've watched everything.
Oh,
everything. I
hate it. Don't you hate it?
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's fucking nothing right now. I go to Netflix and I'm just aggravated. Like everything on there is just, okay, there's a Martha Stewart documentary. I'm not. Am I interested in Martha Stewart? You got me for 20 minutes. 2 hours on a documentary on Martha Stewart? No, thank you. No, thank you. The comeback of the Boston Red Sox in 2004? Who cares?
Right.
Who gives a shit about that?
There's a few documentaries, but husband doesn't really love them, so it's hard for me to watch them because he doesn't really want to.
Yeah, it's got to be interesting. By the way, speaking of interesting, Logan Paul, Mike Tyson is this Friday. I didn't even realize.
I know.
I'm kind of I'm intrigued on this. I don't think it's going to be good, but
No, I don't think so either.
yeah, I'm a little worried. It's going to be 8 2-minute rounds. Remember, originally they couldn't hit each other in the face, but then they changed the rules on that.
Okay.
Then it was, I can't. Mike Tyson was like, I can't fight because I got ulcers, and now all of a sudden, like it went from being this huge thing to, oh yeah, it's this Friday, by the way. Like it's
Right.
just like, I don't know, I'm not feeling too confident in it at all.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about it. So anyway, that's the HBO first looks 2025. You're saying underwhelming.
Nothing. There is like the Christmas movies. There's a few on Netflix that kind of look good, but again,
Oh, I'm gonna watch all of them because nothing else is exciting. So I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I got 4 recently added in my Christmas movies row.
Okay.
Haul Out the Holly, which
Okay.
is with what's her name, Lacey Chabert, who's like Christmas Hallmark movie royalty.
Mm-hmm.
There's that Candace Cameron Bure, Lacey Chabert. There's probably like 1 or 2 other ones that are like, ooh, look who you got for the. But
Yep.
this is a coup. This is a steal for Netflix because they got it out from underneath that fucking Hallmark. Actually, that's not true. Hallmark produced the movie, so it's probably going to be there too.
Probably.
The other one I got is A Merry Scottish Christmas, also starring Lacey Chabert.
Oh God.
Lacey Chabert, what was she in? She was in Mean Girls, right?
Yeah, but before that, she was in Party of Five.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's a big deal. Party of Five.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then there's A Paris Christmas Waltz with Jen Lilly and Matthew Morrison.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Go ahead.
And then Christmas Island, starring Andrew W. Walker and Rachel Scarston.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
I don't know if you've ever heard of those people. Those are all my recently added. Oh, wait. Christmas in Notting Hill. What? That is not Hugh Grant. It ain't Hugh Jackman either. Sarah Ramos and William Mosley.
Yeah, no.
A Biltmore Christmas. Hired for the remake of a beloved Christmas film, a jaded screenwriter visits its legendary shooting location, and he embarks on a journey through time.
Ooh.
Bethany Joy Lenz and Christopher Poloha. Good name. Nothing. I feel like we should pick one of these movies and watch them and then review them.
Yeah. Husband
gonna
might do that because he likes those a lot.
He likes those movies, right? Especially when there's a Christmas farm involved.
Oh.
All right, Jay Sabs. You know I don't give you assignments, but can I give you this assignment?
What's the assignment?
Pick one of these movies that you and hubby would watch. Whichever it is. Any Christmas movie on Netflix.
Okay.
Or Max or whatever. As soon as you have it, we'll put it out so everybody can watch it. We'll give everybody like a week or 2 to watch it. And then we'll put it on we'll review it all together. We'll talk about it together.
All right, sounds good.
Is that good?
That's good. Now I have to go.
Okay. That'll be a fun activity.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jay Sabs.
Peace.
Plenty. Yeah, Lindarella knows. Yeah, she hasn't been listening to me for the last 4.5 minutes.
Proud to be an American, because at least I know my name. America. Fuck yeah.
Jay Sabs, ladies and gentlemen. There she goes. Let's see. Let's check in with Aaron. Lacey Chabert probably rear ends Frosty with her car, and there's a bear for some reason to mirror Aunt's fave Lifetime holiday movies. Remember that movie? We can't leave because there's a bear. Oh shit! What was the name of that movie? I think that's the movie that I've been trying to remember what it's called, and I just can't for whatever reason. Oh, there's some Operation Christmas Drop. A by-the-book political aide falls for a big-hearted Air Force pilot while looking to shut down his tropical base and its airborne Christmas tradition. Holy cow, people, there are some fucking Christmas movies here. Holiday, I've seen that a bunch. Miracle in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, that's been around, I think. I Believe in Santa, Feast of the Seven Fish. Oh, that was good. That's not really a Netflix. That's like a real movie that is just on Netflix. Holiday in the Vineyards. Oh, now we're talking. Hold on a second. Stop the presses. We've got it, everybody. We're saving a farm. While on a secret job for his mother's wine company, a man falls for the widow whose place he's renting, but will the truth spoil their Yuletide romance? Whenever there's a secret job involving a big conglomerate company, you know a farm is about to get bought up there. Let's see here. Christmas with You, Christmas Inheritance, Falling for Christmas, I Believe in Santa, A California's Christmas. I noticed this too. There's a lot of location-based Christmas stories. Have you noticed that? A California Christmas, Christmas Island, Christmas in Notting Hill, A Biltmore Christmas. What was the other one? Oh, Miracle in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Well, it seems like there's lots of locations. A Paris Christmas Waltz and A Merry Scottish Christmas. Seems like we're getting very ethnical in the holiday movies. Let's see here. We've got to wrap up the show. We only have 19 more topics to go. So this is true. Better than Diddy rear-ending Frosty. That's true. That is true. A very Diddy Christmas freak-off. Would anybody like to see that? I don't know if we can get that made anywhere, even on the porn sites. Speaking of which, wait until you hear the Wicked controversy. Over to Megan Fox. Congratulations. She is very pregnant, from what I understand, like super pregnant, like noticeably and able to test it and confirm pregnant, which good for her because she had suffered a miscarriage previously. She's 38 years old. And I don't know what in her right mind, I don't know why she's already got kids. That's the craziest part. I could almost forgive somebody getting pregnant at 38 for the first time. But if you've already been pregnant and had kids before that, and you're still at it at 38, I don't know what you're doing. You're just, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what, it's like when you're sitting at a stoplight and you watch somebody go through the light and like make a left and then they get into an accident. It's like, I didn't know you knew this wasn't going to end well. That's exactly what it looks like to watch a 30-year-old get pregnant, especially with Machine Gun Kelly. I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody, but that guy looks like a wet cigarette that has come to life and is walking around. All right. I mean, did I have that mischaracterized? Because it feels like in some weird Christmas miracle that happens in Scotland, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, or Paris. Just magic rain falls on a cigarette in the gutter, and then all of a sudden it's Machine Gun Kelly, and then it impregnates Megan Fox. Like if I wrote this as a movie, nobody would believe it. If I shopped a movie around Hollywood where I'm like Machine Gun Kelly gets Megan Fox to break up with the dude from 90210, and then they have babies together, and she calls him daddy at red carpet premieres, people would laugh me out of the room. They'd be like, that would never happen in a million years. And it's actually real life happening, which I just cannot believe. So listen, lots of luck to them. I hope they have a successful run here. Just before the episode, I was researching our topics as I do, and came across the clip of Megan Fox on Call Her Daddy, where she announced that Joe Biden's doing a good job and she expects to be done. Oh, no, sorry, that was a different episode. That was wrong. Sorry, I'm confusing. She was on Call Her Daddy, and she was saying that she named all of her surgeries, her plastic surgeries, because she's like, people shame me all the time, and she's like, I'm going to take it out of their hands and just tell everybody, what I had done. And she is like, she had her boobs done like 3 times. I didn't even know you could do that. She like did it the first time, and then they had to renegotiate and re-sign them. I don't know. How does it work? I don't know what happened. They just they had to revamp them or something, and then the second time she got it done, it was too big for her body frame because she is a thin. She's not big at all. She's a very small frame on her. I guess there's some sort of folding flappage thing that happens, and so she got them redone again for a third time, which is amazing to me. I don't know how anybody could do 3 times around, but yeah, she had that, and she had a whole bunch of other stuff done. So she was like naming all those things. So if this kid comes out of there with no plastic in them, that'll be a miracle. That'll be a miracle, especially coming off the story. Did you see this? There's a story out there that the amount of plastic that people consume in their lifetime is now like a credit card size. Did you hear this story? They're saying like, take a credit card and that's basically what we're consuming over the course of our lifetime. I'm just getting past the amount of spiders we eat when we're sleeping. And now all of a sudden we're swallowing credit cards whole. These people are trying to fucking kill me. I'll tell you what. Nobody's going to be happy until I have a fucking meltdown. I'm trying to find the story now because it didn't make the cut for earlier in the week. And now I'll find it somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, they're just saying we're eating so much plastic in products now that just the amount that we consume over the course of a lifetime is the size of a credit card. Kill me now. So I hope Megyn Kelly is eating carefully, because if not, her kid's going to have a real plastic problem. Real big problem. Chris Matthews is out at CNN. This was just announced just prior to us jumping on the airwaves here. Not Chris Matthews. Sorry. Did I write Chris Matthews? Chris Wallace. What difference does it make? One nerdy broadcaster after the other. Who gives a shit? Chris Wallace is leaving CNN after 3 years to explore possible full-time podcasting opportunities. If you remember, when CNN had the genius idea to launch a streaming network 14 years after everybody else had, they hired Chris Wallace to be like the anchor of that streaming network. And it lasted for about, 2.5 days, 3. Maybe they made 4 days before they literally just folded up shop and realized, nope, we fucked that up. We're not going to have a streaming network anymore. And then David Wallace invented the vacuum, the suck it. And then Scranton didn't close. Connecticut closed. So there's a lesson in that story somewhere, basically. Thanks, Lindarella, for bringing up David Wallace and basically saving this bit. But yeah, Chris Wallace, he went there for the streaming network. That didn't work out. So then they just plunked him on CNN and let him do a bunch of different things. And none of it seemed to work. It's a shame, too, because I respect Chris Wallace. He's been on Fox News forever. There was no room for him there. So he made the switch over to CNN. That really didn't work. And now he's going to go do a podcast, which scares me because he's an older gentleman. And he's been doing this for a really long time. And as a 77-year-old, I'm not entirely sure you could make that transition. But I wish him all the luck in the world. I wish him all the luck in the world. And I hope that he has the foresight to hire a co-host who is a chronicle salad stealer, and another co-host who likes to dress up naked and put pillows over his bits and pieces and pretend that he's doing it because of a female rapper. I don't know. Probably should have went with the sync thingy. That would have probably been a better joke. But listen, you live and you learn, okay? Mistakes are made all the time. We've done about 54 in the 54 minutes of this episode so far. So we're doing okay. There's a Rockefeller Tree Guy. Did you guys know this? I was thrilled with this story because all over my For You page and basically all over all my social media accounts is the Rockefeller tree coming into town. Is this a big deal? By the way, and thank you, Lindarella, for gifting another on-air membership. Make sure you guys become a member, because I think it's like first come, first serve. Whoever becomes a member next, the cost gets picked up by Lindarella's wonderful donation there. So jump to the area in the description below and become a member. Even if you don't get the Lindarella membership, you can join for $2.99. That's so cheap. I realize the jokes we're giving you are cheap, but you're only paying $2.99 a month. So you're getting a good value on that. It's $2.99 a month. You can't even get anything at Starbucks. You can't even get an empty cup at Starbucks for $2.99. But you can get some pretty good entertainment for $2.99 here. So join up. Click the link in the description below. Become a member today. It certainly helps us with the podcast. Anyway, so I'm seeing all this stuff all across my social. The tree is coming. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Quick poll in the live chat. Yes or no. Comments. Yes or no. With a little tree emoji if you can. Is the tree arriving at Rockefeller Center a big deal where you are? Because I don't know if this is just a New York thing or I'm obsessed with Christmas thing. I don't know what part of my algorithmness is feeding into this, but I saw every single angle of the tree coming into Rockefeller Center in the last week. So yes, it's a big deal. No, it's not a big deal. Just write yes or no. You can put the tree emoji if you'd like. You don't have to. In the chat, and let me know if you get that in your area, because it's all over my For You page, all over it. Like, I'm not even lying. I saw it. I saw every single angle. I'm starting to feel like I'm alone here. Starting to see a lot of no's. Appreciate the tree emoji, bird. Bless your heart for going that extra mile and dropping that on us. Laura says no. DJ Shenanigans says no, but also DJ Shenanigans in the UK. Tree in LA, no for Robin. No for Mountaintops. No for Neil Taylor. It's a palm tree. It's close enough. It's Monday. I get it. It's a tree. It qualifies. I didn't specify Christmas tree. Good for you, Neil. All right, a lot of no's. Well, it's a big deal around here, the tree coming in, and everybody's talking about it. And there's a dude who works at Rockefeller Center. His name is Eric Pawsey, Pauze, and it's his job to roam around and find the Rockefeller Christmas trees, which is kind of crazy. I didn't know that. I thought everybody submitted theirs. I mean, I think you can still submit the tree, but Eric Pawsey, he's 58 years old. He's from Long Island. He's the head gardener at Rockefeller Center, which is an awesome title to have. And he picks the trees. It's his call. He gets to make the decision. Let me see here. He's been doing it for 40 years. 40 years. That's unbelievable. The latest Rockefeller tree, by the way, 74 feet tall, an 11-ton Norway spruce that is also 43 feet in diameter. That's pretty impressive. It comes from the Berkshires village of West Stockbridge, Massachusetts. It's the first Bay State beauty to take pride of the place. I don't know those. It came from Earl Albert's backyard. Oh, hold on. This tree, the 2024 tree, all started in Earl Albert's backyard in 2020 when Pawsey was in the area to look at another potential candidate. Pawsey told the Post, I would come up over the course of those 4 years and kind of keep an eye on it. So he's been scouting this tree for like 4 years. He often discovers future trees which must be judged sturdy and symmetrical enough to handle a whopping 50,000 holiday lights in the vicinity of past chosen ones or frontrunners. After getting to know the tree and its owner and overseeing the pampering of the future prize by making sure it was well taken care of, Pawsey said that this year it was just right. It was perfect. He enthused. Could you imagine? We found a bigger nerd than me, and I love him for it. Guys just out there going, not this year, but next year, maybe. And then all of a sudden it's your year, and you're like, it's the year. You're going to be the Rockefeller Center tree. That's fucking amazing. It's the nerdiest thing that I've ever been obsessed with in my life. And I've gone through some nerdy shit. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. Building relationships with families and getting to know the communities is a major part of the job, Pawsey revealed. There was the 2021 tree, which came from Elkton, Maryland, that students from a nearby school gave a grand send-off by lining local streets, and the one from a little town in Florida, in New York Hudson's Valley, where a giant American flag fluttered to honor the big gift from the small town back in 2019. So the Hudson Valley. See, I thought they all came from New York, but I guess I was wrong about that. Little known fact too, by the way, if you're visiting New York City, they take the bulbs from the lighting, and they take that off and they put it into like a little ornament, and then they sell the ornament. So if you go to Rockefeller Center to go see the tree, if you go into the Rockefeller Center store, you can go and look. And right now they have it up there right now, and the tree's up, but it's not decorated or lit yet. You can buy an ornament with a light bulb in it from the last year's design. Or decorations, which is pretty cool. So that's a fun thing. Little fun factoid for those of you visiting New York City. Also, be careful because you're probably going to get mugged if and when you do. We got to discuss the Taylor Swift tickets because she just continues to be a tour de force around the world. I thought when the U.S. tour ended, we wouldn't hear about Taylor Swift anymore, but we're hearing about her, I feel like, more than ever. By the way, the Kansas City Chiefs have won 15 games in a row, going back to last season and continuing through this season. Everybody says they're a good team, but they're touched with the luck of Taylor Swift. A lot of people pontificating now that with their perfect record, they're going to sail right into the playoffs and into the Super Bowl again, which is, by the way, in New Orleans, where Taylor Swift just was and crushed it for like 4 or 5 days straight. On Thursday of this week, she starts her final leg of the tour, which is up in Canada. She's bringing the International Eras Tour with special guest Gracie Abrams to Toronto's Rogers Center. Take a guess at what the cheapest ticket price is for Taylor Swift in Canada. Because I'm like, there's got to be a deal here. The Canadian exchange rate, the dollar, maybe we can get a little bit of a break. Getting to see Taylor Swift for, not, we got to cash in the kids' college fund kind of money. Maybe we can spend a couple of $100 to go see Taylor Swift north of the border. Canada's a beautiful trip, by the way, especially if you're in the East. You'd hop a flight, you're there in a couple of hours. It's pretty gorgeous. It's pretty nice. All right, lots of guesses coming in. Price of the cheapest Taylor Swift ticket in Canada. Mountaintop says $450. Laura says $3,000. Rhonda says $850. Paul says $5,000. Aaron says, I read somewhere that this is secretly her farewell tour, and I'm starting to buy into it. Well, it's been like 5 years. I feel like she started this tour 4 boyfriends ago. It's been so long. She's been out on the road. Got $500. Oh, no, poutine included. No, poutine is not included. You got to buy that separately, but it's worth it. It's worth the a la carte poutine. $500 from DJ Shenanigans, $450 from Bird. Let me see here. Neil's guess would have won if not for Price is Right's rules, $1,750. The cheapest ticket in the Rogers Center for Taylor Swift and her Canadian Eras tour is $1,321 before fees. That's American dollars before fees. So with fees, $72,000. Those fees are really out of control. I wish that was a joke. Other shows in the tour have seats from $1,300 to $1,500 before fees, which is just nuts. I feel like we need to figure out where the most expensive, cheapest ticket was over the course of her tour. After Toronto, she goes to Vancouver for 3 nights, December 6th, 7th, and 8th. I mean, Aaron, this might be this has been, and she's doing 3 hours a night. I mean, this would definitely be, you can see it if she parks the old tour bus for a little while after this. I mean, it's been a crazy amount of touring, especially the rumors, the engagement, and they'll get married, pop out a kid. I mean, listen, engagement, you got to figure if they're, let's assume they're on the, let's take our timetable. You get engaged. It's at least a year of being engaged, right? Maybe even a year before you even start planning things, let alone start the wedding process. So let's say they're engaged for a year, and let's say 6 months to a year, they leave to just be engaged and enjoy the engaged life. Now, I know she's in her 30s. Biological clock's ticking. So let's say a year, they start to plan the wedding for a year out. So it's 2 years from now. big, huge wedding. And obviously this is a celebrity wedding. So they're going to have to get married where she grew up, where he grew up, at some remote location. So figure another 4 or 5 months worth of weddings, right? Multiple weddings. So we're 2.5 years into this. Then they want to live the married life for a couple of years. Let's say at least a year. That's 3.5 years. Let's say they do make the decision to have kids. Now they're pregnant. Now a year worth of being pregnant is 4.5 years. Then you have the baby. First year, she's not going to want to leave the baby and do anything. That's 5.5 years. Should we have a little sibling? Yes, we should. Another year being pregnant, 6.5 years. Year of that kid, 7.5 years. You're talking about 8 years until we see Taylor Swift take it on the road again. 8 years. Who's going to step up? Chapel Roan? Sabrina Carpenter? Is that who we're going to have filling in? Because I think we're going to have to go back to Pink. You know, that's just me. I think Pink and Megan Thee Stallion. You know, I think we're going to have to start pulling up some old school people. Who's the one with the Katy Perry? She kissed a girl once and liked it. You know, we've never forgotten that. So I think we're going to have to rely on some of it. But I'll tell you what, we're looking at an economic downturn. Donald Trump has his work cut out for him because he doesn't get to be president in an economy where Taylor Swift is touring the world, single-handedly stopping inflation. That's going to be tough for him. By the way, notice no Trump topics. All kind of fun topics on the episode, huh? Last one, and this is maybe the most hilarious, the Wicked controversy. So, you know, the film Wicked is coming out. It stars the who's the little girl that I really don't like all that much. Let me see here. It's funny. I really don't like her. The girl who's in the movie. I can't believe she's still a star. Ariana Grande. I don't like Ariana Grande. You don't like her either?
She irritates me till no end.
Thank you. All right, Cuddles doesn't like her. Maybe that's why I don't like her, because I think when I sleep at night, Cuddles whispers shit in my ear, like sends me the subliminal messages on things, and she's like, "You don't like Ariana Grande. You don't like Ariana Grande," and then she says shit like, "You need to fix that third stair because it's been broken for 2 years. You need to fix that third stair." You know, shit like that. I think that's what Cuddles is doing to me at night. I can't prove it, but I think that's what's happening. Anyway, Ariana Grande, something about her face, the fact that she licked the donut years ago. I never forgive her for licking the donut. You don't forget things like that. The blatant disrespect for American pastry is disgusting to me. So, anyway, she's in the movie with Cynthia Erivo. Who, do you remember Cynthia Erivo? Okay, I'll tell you why I don't care for her right now. Because and I think we talked about this, but the fans of Wicked made a poster. And in the Broadway show, like the poster of the Wicked Witch, I think she's the Wicked Witch, right? She's like looking down and the hat's like blocking her eyes and there's like a shadow. You can't really see the face. And so when they came out with the movie poster, they showed like Cynthia Erivo's face in the movie poster. And then fans like tilted the hat down and made more shadows so to cover her face. And then she wrote this whole thing about how insulted she was and how it's, I don't know, an injustice or something. I don't know. It just seemed very entitled. And I get it. It's right. Like you're an actress and you're trying to get to that next level. This is a big opportunity for her, but shut the fuck up. You know, bitch about those things to your agent. Don't take it out publicly. The people who love this story, who are going to come see it, and you're all like, you guys are disrespecting me. That was a fucking bold move that I would have never done. Mercury cannot stand her. Is this all Ariana Grande hate? Because I would love it. We will rename this podcast Ariana Grande Sucks. AGS instead of AOA. Lindarella, I don't like her either. DJ Snadigan says stick to singing. I don't want her to sing either, to be honest with you. I just kind of want her to go away. Did Cuddles vote for Trump? I didn't ask Cuddles who she voted for. She voted for me to fix the third stair, though. I'll tell you that right now. She's really upset about that stair still, creaking and cracking. Jesus Christ, the show has gone downhill. Jesus got nothing to do with it, Jonathan. Jesus has nothing to do with it. You know, if anything, he's trying to elevate us. You know what it is? You think it's going downhill, but in actuality, what? Yeah, you ain't. Yeah, we got brother. We got a long way to go. We got a lot more hill to go down, if you know what I mean. Oh, go fuck yourself, by the way. Anyway, where was I? Oh, Wicked. So the Wicked controversy. So now the Wicked movie's coming out, right? Obviously, this is a huge deal. It's going to be a tent pole in the movie calendar, year here. They're expecting huge things. It's a big Thanksgiving release, November 22nd. It comes out, right? And so they're putting out the Wicked toys, and the toy maker on the back of all the toys puts the website for the movie, wicked.com. Turns out that is not the website of the movie, because if you go to wicked.com, apparently you will be on a porn site. So the fucking people who made the stupid toys for Wicked just put wicked.com and didn't double check anything to make sure that they were fucking, had everything right. Wicked's a porn site. How about that? That's a world-class fuck up. Listen, I've not proofed things, and the fact that it says Chris Matthews is out at CNN on this episode, and it doesn't say Chris Wallace, which is his actual name, is proof that any idiot could make a huge fucking mistake. But at least I didn't make it on a child's toy. At least I didn't screw that up. I got that going for me, which is nice. Wickedmovie.com. By the way, I'm not even comfortable with that. I mean, I think they should have gone even farther with that. Like wickedmovieintheaters.com. Like, you really got to fucking make sure you separate people, because a kid is just going to Google Wicked, and it's not going to go well for them. That is not going to go well for them. That is 100. By the way, this is 100% a true story. This is absolutely what has happened. If you go look at I don't know if they're going to pull it off the shelves or whatever, but people are losing their minds over it because they're already ordering shit, and they're like, what the fuck is on the back? Oh, by the way, this is Mattel. Mattel is making the Wicked toys. Mattel said in a statement it deeply regrets an error on the packaging of its Wicked movie-themed dolls, which mistakenly links toy buyers to a pornographic website. I mean, if you're making toys, you have got to double check everything. You got to do it. You can't just be like, I think this is I think it's the website. It's probably the website. Yeah, that's true. Paul makes a good point. Look at how close Wicked is to Dict. That's really, the W and the D are not far away on the keyboard. That Wicked could turn into Dict very quickly. You have got to have good proofreaders at the Mattel factory, because this is a massive error. Blew up over the weekend on social media. Movie set to hit theaters just before Thanksgiving. Like I said, in a statement to the Associated Press, Mattel said it was made aware of the misprint on the packaging of the Mattel Wicked collection dolls, which it said are primarily sold in the U.S. We deeply regret this unfortunate error and are taking immediate action to remedy this. That immediate action is sending out the intern who missed this to go with a Sharpie and just cross it out on the back of every box. I think that's what the punishment is. Every store just going to go on a huge tour, just crossing out shit on the back of the store, on the back of the doll package. Holy shit. Could you imagine? Oh my goodness. Could you imagine if you're Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande and you're like, oh my God, the first doll of me. This is amazing. What? Why is there 17 dudes and a innocent little girl? Okay. Sex toys. Yeah. Time to call a press conference. How do you get YouTube to come down here? Neil says the Epstein effect. Well, look at Lindarella throwing a shot at Paul. Of course, Paul knew about Dick. The person in charge is screwed. Very much so. Very, very much so. Imagine they have to rename the movie. Wicked the movie, not the porn site, in parentheses. I think that's what they got to fucking, yeah. I mean, that's a challenge for Google because a lot of people are going to be Googling Wicked, and now it's like, do you want the porn movie or the porn site, or do you want the delightful children's film? I don't know what. Not sure. If you want to see what a piece of shit you are, that's a good test for you. Just Google Wicked and see what pops up first. Because if it's the porn site, it's time to look in the mirror, my friends. It's time to think about where your lot in life is. But if it's the movie that comes up, good for you. You're doing good things. All right, I'm going to Google right now and see what comes up. Oh, okay. Wicked comes up. Whew. That was a close one. That was a close one. Because honestly, it could have went either way. And Cuddles is in the studio, so I could have really had a lot of explaining to do if that didn't go my way at all. Let's bring up your old pal Ant's search results. I got Wicked the Musical. I got Wicked the Musical Wikipedia. WickedMovie.com. Somebody's paying some SEO experts overtime over there at the fucking Mattel Corporation. Wicked Movie on Instagram. A bunch of news stories about them pulling the dolls off the shelves because of the porn address on the back. Why Cynthia Erivo needed prosthetic ears for Wicked? Well, because she was playing a witch. Who's clicking on this article? That seems like a no-brainer. Why the person playing a witch needed? Because she's wearing a fucking hat. Probably uncomfortable as shit. What is the story behind Wicked? Where can I watch Wicked the musical movie? Where is Wicked touring? Notice no porn references here whatsoever. Boy, are we not proud of your old pal Ant? Because we are not clicking on the second page, by the way. We are not gambling on that one. We are not. We made it through the first one without the incident. We're not going to this well more than we have to. I'll tell you that right now. Did I fuck it up? Did I say dicked instead of dicked? You're right. That's on me. I should have seen that coming. Shit. It's the end of the show. Can I get a break on this? I shouldn't get a break. No one mourns the dicked. Is that like a Wicked? By the way, I have no frame of reference here with Wicked. I have no idea. It's Wicked, you dickhead. Fucking, this is a great point from Rhonda. Might be cheaper to pay the website instead of changing all the boxes. Can we just buy the porn site? Is that a little easier? I don't know. I still don't know how people make money in porn these days. I mean, it's 2024. How are people making money in porn? I mean, I get OnlyFans. Outside of OnlyFans, if you make porn and you put it on these porn sites, are you getting paid for that? Because I don't know how they're raising any money. I mean, I know there's sites that people pay for to I don't know any people that do that. Actually, that joke was a lot funnier now when we say dicked. Fucking dicked is good. I can't believe I said dicked. What a dicked. What a real dickhead I am. I like to apologize to Paul, Lindarella, Erin, everybody who was in on this wicked dicked joke. I feel this is what the captain of the Titanic must have felt like when he fucking steered it right into the old iceberg. Feels like this could have been avoided and I could have handled it better. Me and the captain of the fucking Titanic, we're basically on the same page now. I will never make fun of that man ever again. I know how he feels. I feel his pain greatly. Dicked. Do you think Wicked.com will make a porn spoof called Dicked? Because did I just save myself? Because that's what it feels like. Let's get the Wicked porn people on the phone and see if we can't get them to make a Wicked porn spoof called Dicked. I think there might be something there. It kind of feels like, you know, I don't know if I'm the Yankees fan who pulls the ball out of the Dodgers player's hand after he clearly caught it, or if I'm the guy who hit the walk-off home run at the end of the game and won it for everybody. I'm not sure which one I am. Comment below. Please comment below. All right. Always good having Aaron C here. Oh, I miss the seas. I miss the seas, but they're sailing on the high seas, which makes me think I shouldn't have made so many jokes about Titanic. Now I'm starting to feel bad about that. Didn't realize that wasn't a weave. That wasn't intentional. That was an accidental weave. My apologies for that. Here's what I'm not going to apologize for. You can get Erin C's book in the link in the description below. Okay, she's rocking it at 3:00 in the morning in the live chat for everybody. Let's go and buy a couple of books. Send those profits her way. Until I see you guys on Wednesday, you have a great Tuesday.
Show me potato salad.
I'm going to miss you.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.